just what was Monday like? Where were you when you found out about Miles? What was your day like? And you saw the pictures and all the emotions you must have gone.
I'm pretty sure I was here. I don't think I found out. No, I don't know where I was, honestly. I don't think I found out like on time. I think I was a little late, but I'm just glad he's all right. I heard, something like that happens is scary, just for anybody. But I heard he had a seatbelt on. I mean, I don't know if that helped out or not, but that was good. But I'm just glad he's okay. Yep.
What about when you saw the photos of the car? Was it hard to believe that he walked away unscathed for the most part?
100%. And I don't know the health of whoever his passenger was, but yeah, it is kind of crazy. They said it flipped over multiple times. So anytime that happens, like, you at least have some type of major injury. But I'm just glad he came out of there clean.
How did you find out he was okay?
Just Twitter, like the news, just on my phone.
The Falcons are running this RPO a lot. Mariota's running the ball. What's the key to containing an offense like that?
Oh, they got an experienced quarterback, and he's been doing this like style of offense for a long time, even like back to college. So it's gonna be tough, but we've seen a lot of RPO type teams, especially like in training camp when Philly came here. They got a little bit of it. So it's kind of just do your job, see the formation. They can only do certain things out of those certain formations. So it's kind of like a disciplined week. Everybody just got to be laser focused on doing their job.
Similar to Baltimore?
Oh, 100%. The formations, it kind of looks identical, to be honest. Different style quarterback. I think, Lamar is Lamar. He's kind of a little different, but offense is pretty similar.
You only have to go against this offense in practice, but obviously your team's running game is going really good right now. From a defensive standpoint, how tough is it when you're going against a team that you know they're going to run the ball and you can't stop it?
It's like demoralizing. I mean, I don't want to ever be on, on that side of the ball. But there have been times in my career, we just can't stop the run. And I mean, it's just like big on big. You know it's coming, especially like 4-minute situations. You're trying to run the clock out. But like I said, it's demoralizing where you're just giving them everything you got and it's not working. So I mean, I'm glad we got one of those offenses that can do that.
Do you enjoy the fact that that's how this team is built?
100%. Looking up, sit down on the bench. Time just ticking, eating that clock up. If we can get a 3 and out, we know that we can get a good little break on the sideline. So it's awesome to have an offense like that.
Coming off the first two games, there were so many questions about the secondary breakdowns and stuff. And in that second half against Pittsburgh, after they get almost 200 yards in the first half, you guys hold them to just over 100. Did you guys find something in that second half against the Steelers? And if so, like, is that something you guys feel like you can build on going forward?
I think it's just getting your feet underneath of you. I know the biggest thing in that game was like tackling. We got to do a better job at tackling. But I think, like I said, once we got our feet underneath of us and saw what they were doing, we kind of locked in. Obviously, the communication from the week prior was a big thing, but I don't think it played a part in that game, from the start. But I think just getting settled in, and once we did, it was good for us.
You guys seem real intentional on that communication. Like, it just from upstairs, it looked like you guys were huddling more. You guys were using hand signals and stuff like that. I mean, did you guys accomplish from that what you aimed to?
Absolutely. We overemphasized it at practice, and it translated to the game. Like you said, we were tighter to the huddle. I mentioned earlier that Denzel had a different task that week he was following, so we definitely had to stay like more in the middle of the field. Definitely hand signals, communicating, sending and receiving. Just giving like a hip tap or something to let me know you got the call and stuff like that, but it paid off.
How much farther does this defense need to go to where you want to see it? I mean, is it close or is it a lot to go?
I think you can't really put a finger on it, but just try to get better each week. I think we're at a decent spot right now. Obviously, all the 3 games that we played, we're in a position to win the game, and that's really all you can ask for in this league. Get yourself in a position to win, but get better each day. And I think the sky's the limit. It's still early, and we got injuries. We got to fight through stuff like that, and just building up the whole team. But I think as long as we keep getting better, we'll be okay.
You mentioned the injuries. I mean, we know J-Walk's out, but then we don't know about Miles or Jadavian or JOK. So how do you go about dealing with possibly missing some really key guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can replace those guys. I think you just kind of band together as a team. All 11 guys on defense got to run to the ball, got to do your job, got to execute at a high level. This is the NFL, so I mean, on any given moment, your number can be called. Everyone has been preparing like starters, even guys that probably will never play. You can't really look at it like that. So I think we're in a good position with, guys stepping in, but I think it's just going to be like a more team-oriented thing, like running to the ball, doing your job, and swarm tackling, and I think it'll play out.
Kyle Pitts, what do you see?
I mean, he's pretty much a receiver. I mean, they use him as a tight end, but like just his skill set, pretty much a receiver. He's fast. He's big catch radius. And they want to feed him the ball. Like that's their baby. That's like their project. They want to get him the ball. So we definitely got to be alert for him.
John, you talk about people stepping up, right, with the absence and the injuries and whatnot. Who do you think needs to kind of fill those holes? Maybe as a leadership role to make sure things don't fall off, but also that communication continues to grow like it needs to when you guys are on the road.
I mean, besides myself, I think just all 11 and even more than 11 backups too, even coaches. I think it's just like a collective thing. We got a lot of guys out. It's not like it's just one or two people. It's a lot of moving pieces going on right now. So I think like everyone on that side of the ball just kind of has to lock in on the job, lock in on the game plan, and like really focus this week and put our best display out there.
You guys were already going through some adversity, having lost Anthony Walker for the rest of the season, and now the Miles thing. How do you think you guys will respond to some of this defensive adversity?
Since I've been in Cleveland, it's been about responding, literally. We've done a decent job. You can always do better, but that's one thing that I can say like that we've had practice at. It's just blocking out the noise, really locking in. In weeks like this, we usually go out there and have a good performance. So hopefully we can just continue that trend, and it's going to take everybody.
Does Patterson look like a receiver running back, or does he look completely like a running back now?
Nah, he looks like a running back. I mean, the only thing receiver about him is his number. Like literally, he's a true running back. He's a starter. He's getting most of the carries. He's still returning kicks, but yeah, he's through running back.
And what did you see about that rookie receiver, London?
Oh yeah, he's like a 50-50 guy. I mean, big body. They got big guys on that offense. Even like I said, the running back position. But it's just something we got to be focused on. It's going to take all 11. It's not really like a thing. We're not doubling him or anything. It's not like that. But he's a good player, and it's going to be a challenge.
So you've gotten your hand on a few balls the last two games. Jacob Phillips got his hand on a ball. When do you think the interceptions start happening?
We were just talking about this in the meeting room. I was like, man, we got to get some more takeaways. But then again, I'm looking up. I'm like, as long as we win the game, I'm fine with that. But I feel like they'll come. They come in bunches. Once somebody, sets it off, that spark will get contagious. I feel like they'll come in bunches. But I think the win is most important.
Kind of off that, John. How do you measure it? Is it takeaways? Is it points allowed? Is it yards allowed? Or is it just the win? Like when you measure this defense, what do you measure it with?
I mean, if you want to just say strictly a defense, it's all the things that you mentioned. I think points and yardage are the biggest. Takeaways is probably the most telling thing in this league. If a defense can get takeaways and the offense can take care of the ball, you're usually going to win. But as a team, like I said, the win. I mean, we could be the dead last team on defense, but win the Super Bowl, I'll take it.
John, knowing Miles, what you know of him so far, would you be surprised if he goes out there and plays on Sunday?
I wouldn't be surprised. I know he probably wants to, but if you ask me, I think you just personally just sit it out. But I have no idea. I mean, I know. Just knowing him, he probably wants to play. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he did, but that's a tricky situation. I think you just take it easy, man.
When you see something like that, does it go through your head? I don't know how you drive, but do you think guys say, hey, maybe we need to be more careful? Does it hit home like that?
I mean, I think you should always say that, always be careful. You can't let an accident like this happen and just all of a sudden flip a switch. So it should be that way every day. But it is a point of emphasis like, hey, just be extra careful now. So, I mean, it can happen to anybody, unfortunately, but I'm just glad he's all right. But like I said, this is just a thing to be extra careful.
From what you've seen from these young defensive ends, they had flashes like in preseason. Do you think they're ready for this kind of challenge if you don't have Miles and Clowney?
I think so, and if they aren't, I think they'll get ready. It's not like you just got thrown into the fire mid-game. We know what's in front of us. You got a couple days to prepare, get your mind right, get your body right. So, like I said, I think they're ready, but if they aren't, I think they will be ready.